taking a look at how to do multiplication when we have a two-digit number involved. We've already looked at the added up strategy using repeated addition. We also looked at our break it apart strategy, where you find the equations that you already know and break it apart to make it easier. Today we're going to look at a third strategy where we stack it on top. So this is how this one works. You start by multiplying your ones column. So here we've got 3 times 5, which we know equals 15. Now we know that 15 is too big to stay in the one column, so we need to put the 5 below, and we're going to carry that 1 from our 15 over here into the tens column. But we're going to leave him alone for now because there's something a little different about him. Then we need to move on to our tens column, but before we do anything, we need to remember that we're not doing anything in the ones column anymore. So we need to show that by putting a 0 there. Now we have 3 times 1, which we know is 3. And we've got this guy up here, and we're going to add him. So 3 times 1 is 3, plus 1 is 4. Now we can't put that in the ones column because we've already put a 0 there saying that we're not working there. We need to move over to our tens column, put our 4 down. Now we need to add these two together. We've got a 5 in the ones and a 4 in the tens, which gives us 45. 15 times 3 equals 45. Now we can check that using our other strategies. If we're going to use repeated addition, 5, 10, 15, carry the 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 45. Our break it apart strategy, 3 times 10 is 30. 5 times 3 is 15, and add those together, you get 45. So we're going to do this strategy one more time together, and then after that, I'm going to get you to pause this video, head down to the Google form, give those a try using our stack it up strategy, then come back and follow along as I do those questions to see how you did. So let's try this one more time before I send you on your way. Okay, let's try a bigger one. Let's try 53 times 4. Okay, if I was going to break this apart, I don't have an easy way to do it. I know 4 times 3, but 4 times 50 might be tricky. So let's try the stack method. 4 times 3 is 12. We know that's too big for the ones column. So we put our 2 down and we carry our 1. Okay, we're done in the ones column. We have to show that we're done in the ones column by putting a 0 there because we're moving down. Now we have 4 times 5, which we know is 20, plus our 1 is 21. Now we can write that down, add our answers together, and we get 212. So 53 times 4 is 212. That 0 is really important because if we make that mistake where we don't put that 0 and we put our 21 where the 1 is still in the ones column and the 2 is in the tens column, we're going to have the wrong answer. We'd end up with 23. So make sure that when you go to move on to the next column that you're putting that 0 in to show that you're done working in that place value. All right, it's your turn. You're going to pause the video, head down to the Google form, give those a try, then come on back and see how you did. Good luck. Welcome back. Let's see how you did. So we start with question number 1, which is 33 times 4. So we're going to start in the ones column. 3 times 4, which we know is 12. We put the 2 down, but we can't keep that 10. It needs to go next door. So we carry it. Then we have to show that we're done working in the ones column by putting a 0 down. Now we're into the tens column. 4 times 3, 12, plus 1 is 13. Then we add those up. Got a 2 in the ones column, a 3 in the tens column, and a 1 in the hundreds column. So we have 132. 33 times 4 equals 132. Moving on to question number 2. Question number 2 is 62 times 6. So we're going to start in the ones column. 6 times 2. 6 times 2 we know is 12. 12's too big for the ones column, so we put the 2, and we carry the 1. Now we're moving on to multiplying in the tens column. So we have to say that we're done in the ones column, and now we're moving on to the tens column, which is 6 times 6. 6 times 6 is 36, plus 1, which is 37, almost forgot that guy up there. Now we add those together. We've got a 2 in the ones column, 7 in the tens column, and a 3 in the hundreds column. So we've got 372. So 62 times 6 is 372. Okay, number 3 was a Miss Clark challenge. I snuck it in there without even telling you. I hope you gave it a try anyway. So using 3-digit numbers is really similar to using 2-digit numbers. It's just that we're adding the hundreds place. So we're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to start in the ones column. 3 times 2, which we know is 6 and can stay in the ones column. We need to put that 0 down because now we're done with this column and we're moving down onto the tens place. So we pop the 0 down there. Now we're looking at the tens place. So 3 times 3. 3 times 3 we know is 9. So we put the 9 there. Now we have to show that we're not working in the ones column or the tens column. So we need to put a 0 in the ones column and the tens column because now we're moving on to the hundreds column. So now we have 3 times 1, which we know is 3. Now we need to add these all together. We have a 6 in the ones column, a 9 in the tens column, and a 3 in the hundreds column, which means that 132 times 3 is 396. I hope you gave that one a try. 2-digit and 3-digit multiplication is brand new, so if it's a little tricky, don't worry, it's going to take some practice. I hope you had fun, and I hope that this all makes sense, and we'll see you next time. Bye!